Yeah, a very good evening, everyone, all the viewers out there. Firstly, we want to apologize for that delay. We've taken a whole month without bringing you anything as far as nyamachoma is concerned. Only that I think very few people are noticing that. But the majority of the people that were out there told us that we take a lot of time without coming back. So we are amending the constitution of the show, and we are going to make sure at least a week we bring something to people. Today we're going to, this is Jevin Sylvester. Some people call me Bebop, haters call me whatever they want. At this point of time, we are back. Let us keep it legitimate. Let it be legit. Today we are going to talk about the current situation as far as the politics is concerned. We are going to talk about the speakership race, what really happened. We are going to talk about the opposition and its cabinet, what transpired, and we are also going to talk about the incident that happened today morning. That was General Katumba Wamala losing his daughter and the driver, and his noble comeback. And we are very grateful to the mighty Lord that he helped us and saved our dear general. And for that matter, we credit the Lord. Thank you very much for keeping such a very good man. These are my guests for today. One of them is a panelist, then the other is a guest. I think they will introduce themselves before we go on. Thank you.
Yeah, good evening everybody, good evening viewers. Nyamachoma, Calvin, some people call me Wallace, but you can call me Calvin. So, we are going to talk about what my fellow person uttered out this evening. So, let my right-handed person also introduce himself so we can proceed.
My name is David. I'm happy to be on this show. Good evening, our viewers and listeners. I'm very happy that today we are going to discuss something I'm so interested in, and I'm ready to give in my submission.
Okay, yeah, so those are my guests for today. This is Calvin. I know he has very many names, as you can see. The last time I heard from him, he was calling himself Pablo. Today he's coming.
He keeps on changing.
He keeps on changing, but it's fine.
I'm kind of
it's fine. Since we are living in a changing world, a changing society.
And the Lord has not stopped him from doing whatever
you can
he
change.
wants.
Yes.
So that's the
so
that we have.
when you look at what transpired, I think 1 week ago, the speakers were voting. And I'm sure everyone followed the process. We looked at that process, and very many people were saying that according to what happened, many MPs came in later. And in that process, people came up with the saying that it was sort of electoral colleges. They thought it was going to be the normal election of speakers, but we looked at parties that first hid some of the voters, then after indoctrinating them, they had to bring them back when they are very sure that those people are going to vote for what they wanted. What do you have to look at it? You told me last time that you are a very good supporter of the winning party, that is NRM, and I really want to hear your view on what really happened, because very many people knew that Kadaga was going to take the lead. However, a lot happened and everything went in a very different way.
First and foremost, I want this test my show from what he said. I'm never a supporter of the government. I'm never the supporter of NRA, never in life. And if possible, I would want him to apologize for that.
But before he apologizes, let me first give you some simple rationale. It was said before the elections that His Excellency Kaguta Museveni had won the speaker, the current speaker, Kadaga Azov, not to contest for the speakership with Jacob Bolani. Not so. Is it true, you as someone who are seen on the side of the government?
The government, yes.
As I had said it earlier, I want to distance myself from their claims. I'm not a supporter of the government.
So you mean the allegations that are up are very wrong?
Those are your own things.
Because people have been seeing you via social media praising the government and all that. But if that's what you say,
Mr. Host,
I'm very sorry.
You apologize.
I'm sorry for what I've said. But in the same energy, let us proceed. What do you have to say about what happened?
Speakership race. I thought it was something of like in a usual vote. You vote for whom you think would be the best.
Yes.
Whom you think is capable and what? Like competent. So in a situation where we see that the NRM had to first go into some hiding and its members of the party and had to decide on behalf of others on whom to vote. Because we are very much aware. We had the pro-Kadagas and the pro-Lanyas. But at the later time, we saw that many people changed from pro-Kadaga to pro-Lanya. Meaning this was something that was just put into them by their party leaders.
So to cut you short, let me ask the boss. So I was kind of cutting this man short, pushing my question to the host. Mr. Host,
Yes.
first minutes you were like, they hid some members of the party before the election, not so? Could you please list out some names of the members that were hidden, other than just beating around the bush?
Making allegations.
Yeah, making allegations and false ones
Without evidence.
Without evidence. You know you can be taken to court.
No, this is the issue. When we are giving news that is related to the nation, we look at the previous news. So very many people, including those people that were in the race, for example, Honorable Sereko, Honorable Semuju, and the country at large, if you really came out and witnessed what was going on, because it was there on all social platforms, plus the broadcasting networks in Uganda, like NBS, NTV, UBC. So we really saw that after reading the MPs that were around, the number was not full. You get, they were not like 500, 513. So after that, after the voting, we realized that all of them surfaced at the end of it all. So that is why I'm saying that, and I'm not the one saying that the allegations that even Honorable Sereko said that these people first hid what? The voters.
Mr. Host, isn't there a possibility that some of the members never surfaced before the election, just because some of them were sick, or some of them were caught up by jam, and as the election went on, they surfaced after it was done. You understand?
As far as I know, like there were some gazetted time for which that process was supposed to be carried on. And I'm very sure each MD was aware of that time.
Yes.
So if it was like from, let's say from noon to 4, I'm very sure, though by 7, by 1, if all MPs are not yet turned up, I'm very sure they would turn up in that hour before it comes to 4. I'm very sure it was like. So everyone has his different reason as to why he had to delay to reach what? The venue. That I'm sure.
Yes.
That I'm sure. But I have no evidence, and I don't know of it that some MPs were hidden. I'm not sure. Because I don't know how you hide a man of 73 years who has a vehicle. You see the Moses Alis. You see those old men in the parliament. So I don't know how you hide such old men.
Still I have some simple question puzzled in my mind. Why is it that the NRM, this nigga, distanced himself from? Why is the NRM definitely interested in speakership in the government?
Before I proceed to that question, I want to first tell you that politics is a very funny thing. You get? It is not necessary for someone to come up and say, I reached late because of jam. You get? Because if you look at this issue very well, these people, if you're an MP, there is what they call transport allowances, there is what they call housing allowances. In that, for example, if you are an MP of a place like Gulu, there are circumstances whereby you are going to be around and you are going to get a hotel. For example, you are having a session in the morning at 7. You are not going to travel from Gulu in the night like at 5 and then be like, I'm going to what? I'm going to parliament. So those instances come and there are gazettes for such people. They are given allowances to be there on time. So there is no way you are going to tell anyone that I came late because of jam, because I live in Gulu, or because of something. And the reason that's why I said electoral colleges, I personally have participated in electoral colleges. This is where, to gather votes, you're supposed to hide people, and tell them what you want, in order for your counterpart not to get what? To get to them and tell them the vice versa.
So in simple terms, it is a tactic.
It is a tactic, yes. It is a tactic. Not that they were hidden for any use, but it was just a tactic used.
Wouldn't that tactic
Even the
be
president
financial?
himself, even the president
it
himself
is
said it
anything.
on air. He was like, he spent a night making calls to various MPs of NRM, asking them to vote for Meaning, some of them voted without even their free will and consent.
Yes.
It was due to the influence of the party.
By the way,
Yes, even money is an issue.
It's an issue, and that's what NRM always does, as we know it. And that's not lawful. That is something done and is not lawful.
the president of Uganda doesn't just call for, he calls even financially. So when he calls, he has to dash you some money.
It is
so
obvious. We've seen many circumstances.
Mr. Lawyer, isn't
where
that rendered corruption?
It is corruption, but as far as I know, the better word to use is bribery. You get bribing voters. But politics, there is what they call politics and there is what they call politics. So to my extent of understanding, I don't believe that we should blame NRM for using the best tactics it could gain its votes from. You get? So whether they used money or they didn't, what they wanted was to win the race, and it happened. The question now is, the people that are now in the speakership race, fine, every MP is capable of being the speaker, but we look at capability as just being an MP. So that is why we are saying, do you think these people are going to fill up the gap that Kadaga has left, the vacuum, that vacuum?
Definitely, we will have to.
first and foremost, we shall look at what is the relationship between Olanya and the MPs. What did the MPs have to say about Olanya before the elections? As we can see from the circumstances, most of the MPs were against Olanya. If it wasn't for the party leadership to push hard for this, Olanya wouldn't be the speaker. I'm very sure, if I'm not lying. Even Semuju would beat him if possible. That I'm sure. But just because they are party leader has his tactics and culture, I don't know whether he has a degree and a bachelor's in bribery and everything, he had to use his tactics, daily tactics and social behaviors of bribery to bribe everyone so that he can go for what he wants as himself. Because he needs someone who is a puppet and will push for his agendas and ideas.
So simply you mean the issue was that in case the party had not intervened, Kadaga would be the
Yeah, that I'm sure.
because the MPs are not on the side of Olanya.
It was the party leadership.
So the party won, but generally Olanya did not win.
It is the president who won, not even Olanya.
So in simple terms, NRM is the speaker of the parliament of Uganda.
That's it.
So what
Okay.
in simple terms we're trying to mean, Olanya is a puppet speaker.
That's what I have to say.
Because you're saying
We have seen
NRM
in the
is the speaker
in the
of the
precedents
party.
what has happened back then in the parliaments, the meetings he has chaired in the parliaments, and what he always pushes for. You've always seen him. He's always pushing for the NRM agendas. Well, then what do you need to say then after all that happens?
so you again talked of bribery, not so?
That is a culture in the NRM.
Somewhere, some good days ago, I read on Twitter having two quotations, not so? One was legal bribery and illegal bribery.
But the one of the NRM is the illegal bribery.
It is the legal bribery.
That's what I have
so,
to say.
So the
about
bribery from the White House or from the State House of Uganda is legal. But
not all of it,
yeah,
but part of it. Because we know
the
what they
big
always
dogs.
do. Of recently, they always go into Chankwazi in case of their agenda motion, they have to push in parliament.
So that is
Take
the
an
legal
example
bribery.
of that's not legal, because when you look at the instance of the
so which one is legal? Which bribery do you think?
I don't think the bribery seeming is like generally bad. There's no bribery that is illegal. No, for as long as there's what is called bribery.
So what amounts to bribery?
In the current situation in Uganda, things have gone from worse to worse. Not so? So whereby making bribery divided into two, legal and illegal. So however much it is all legal, but if you're called by the president and you're like, Mr. Host, we are taking your dad's land, but we are giving you 2 billion Ugandan shillings, not so? You receive the money. No one is answerable for that money, not so?
Yes.
It is legal, but it is bribery.
Because
you've been given the money by the big person.
So I think that is compensation.
Yeah. But no, like you're giving
right. The compensation should be in legal what? Legal processes.
Behind him.
Meaning you deserved that money.
No, what I'm like
as a matter of compensation, and it is provided for the law that you have to be compensated.
Giving in your,
but where you have to give you money so that you can accept your father's land to be taken, yet it is being taken illegal, that is illegal bribery.
What I
okay,
mean
according to what we are saying here, my guests are saying there is what we call legal bribery and there is also illegal bribery, and they're going to further explain that, though that is not going to be today. I would like you to forgive me, because if we go into legal bribery and illegal bribery, it's going to be another topic of discussion. So I think right now, let us look at opposition leadership, and that is mainly the NUP. I want us to talk about how the NUP did what? How NUP made its choices as far as the positions of leadership are concerned in parliament. We're only looking at a few. We're not going to look at all. Let's look at the leader of opposition, the chief whip, and who else should we look at? Maybe the commissioner.
Okay. What I know is one, that in all cases where they are voting leaders, they look at competence. Are you fit for this position? They see who's more capable. You might all be capable. They look at who's more capable for this position. When you look at the speak like the old OP, leader of opposition like position, we had two people in that race. We had Matthias Mpuga and Nambeshe, John Baptist. And I'm very sure the party had to sit, agree upon who should take which position, because there were very many various positions. There was the old OP and the clerk, is it the opposition chief? I think those are the biggest positions of the opposition in the parliament. So I don't know what criteria they based on to select Mpuga for that position and to select Nambeshe for that position, but that is all within their knowledge or as the leaders.
Okay, now if we have to look at that in that way, on a range of 1 to 10, I want you to give a difference between, to give which party would you give credit as far as choosing positions is concerned? Because we can see in the opposition, that's NUP, it chose all positions without any wrangles. And in NRM, there were wrangles that were what? that came up with the position, the biggest position. So, but later on, we found out that maybe they agreed. All of them agreed. So, which party do you think that did it right? Which one did it in the right way? Or which one knows how to overcome such challenges?
I will place this to, I will attribute it to discipline. I'm sorry to say this, but it seems the NRM party has totally lost the discipline and shame. So it does not mind where there is wrangles into selection of the what? Of the leaders. It does not mind. It has nothing to lose. It has no picture to lose anymore. If it is losing, it has lost it all. When we come to the new NUP party, this is a new party, young party that still has something to protect and something to build. So the case that for them they had to select their leaders in a peaceful manner and disciplined manner.
Are you trying to bring it in a way that when someone is old,
he has nothing to lose, so he will just do anything the way he wants and the way he benefits. Then a young person will do it in the right way because he's still having something to protect and he's still having the legacy to build. Is it what